Hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing the list of the shows again, which I did one video of and then I just stopped. I'm gonna bring it back and just finish it right here, right now. Might be two videos. There's about 27 shows. There's a lot. I didn't watch Earthspark, so it's not on the list. But most of the things, um, I have most of the shows, or the most like substantial, most known shows. So, yeah, I have most of the shows except for obviously Earthspark. So yeah. Um, so something different. The one that I did the first seven. I was planning on doing seven, like four videos of seven, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna start at the very bottom. Gonna do away with the old video that I did. Um, do away with the old video, get right into the go right back down to the bottom, talk about it as far as we can, obviously not just do some random order, and then finish it off in the last video. We're going to do somewhat of a even number, uh, like half or a third or whatever, wherever we get to. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing separate videos to add to that one. We're just going straight from the bottom to the top in this video. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so before you get mad at me or say anything, I have a valid reason why I have Optimus here for representation, but I'm gonna, since I don't know how to like edit in snippets of the shows or anything, or if it's legal, I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff, so I'm gonna have a toy of the line of the show, like the line that it's supposed to be during. Just for something to look at, I don't know, for visual representation. So yeah, not all of them. I don't have all the shows of the different. I don't have toys for every single show here at the moment. I have nearly a toy for every single show, but I don't have them with me here today. So some of them, they're going to have just a blank representation, no toy representing them. So yeah, I just want to say that there are going to be, most of them have a visual toy representation of the show, but most of them do not. Or not most of them, just a couple of them do not. Okay, now onto the show that he represents, G2. G2 is just, all it is they changed the intro, the transition and transition and intro in G1. That's all that was changed. There was nothing changed in G1, so it was very pointless. Once again, like the line, they did a lot of recoloring. Hardly did very much of anything to the line. There was a lot of cool stuff, but in the early days, there wasn't too much new. So yeah. That's why G2 is at the very, very bottom, because it was just very, very pointless and was not needed. Because it was literally just Generation 1 with different transitions. That's all it was. So yeah, I don't need to spend too much time on it. So the next one, I don't have any representation of them. I don't own any of the toys. It's Transformers Go. It's basically Japan. Other than Arms Micron, it was the other like line for Takara to sell the Prime toys. And I don't have any Prime toys with me right now, or I don't own a Go figures. I don't own any Arms Micron. Well, I own one Arms Micron, which is Leo Prime, but I don't have anything to represent it. So, yeah, very, very of all the shows, like obviously G2 can hardly count because it wasn't really hardly a show. It's just basically G1. So, if you really want to count like really bad, like bad show, like bottom, I'd count Go as the bottom, because G2 can't be too horrible because it's basically G1, but it's just pointless. That's why it's so low. But whatever. Go, it's so bland. Dialogue is crap. It reminds me more of like a Power Rangers Super Sentai thing, because the mouths don't move on any of the mouths don't move to my recollection on any of the Transformer models, like of actual robots. They reused a lot of lines, a lot of scenes, a lot of dialogue. I think it's only 8 episodes long, and nearly half of it, which, nearly half of the entire show, which is 8 episodes, so like 4 episodes, um, is like reshot scenes that you already saw before. Um, the ending, of all, you can have a crummy show or bad or a crummy movie. If you just stick the ending, someone will be like, "Hey, that was a good movie just by the ending." Um, because that should be the climax and go. It was just not that. It was very boring, very drawn out for what it should have been. It was boring. They did it twice. They reused the exact same scene, changed up a little bit of things, but I just do not like it. It's very boring, bland. Like they're so lazy they couldn't even animate different scenes. So yeah, I just was not a fan of it. So yeah, it's probably the objectively worst one. So yeah. I have toy representation of this one. RID 2015. Um, Looking back at it, the toys I can accept. It's basically like what Earthspark is doing, just more kid focused toys. And when I was sort of getting the toys, I was more narrow minded. I was more narrow minded as a collector or even just playing with them. I thought that these are crap, but whatever. We're not talking about the toy line. But the show, it was not that. The show was the dialogue is cringy. I'm not the biggest fan of the art direction. Um, I don't hate it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Um, the fact that it has to keep reminding you that it is a follow up to Prime, Transformers Prime, ask nearly anyone, and their favorite show is either going to be G1, Beast Wars, or Prime. And the fact that RID is so crap compared to Prime, and then it has to constantly remind you that it's supposed to be related to Prime, it's a follow up to Prime. Um, it's just trying to constantly get out of that shadow of Prime, but it's using Prime to show that, hey, I'm still good, but it's not. It's bad. It was so bad in my opinion when I was younger and still now, um, that it made me not want to watch. Not make me not want to watch Cyberverse, but it made me think that Cyberverse was going to be a horrible show. When I saw it come out, I didn't watch it till here recently, like couple like 6 months ago or however many months ago. It just made me just really I don't know how to say it. It just sets my standards so low that I thought Cyberverse was going to be bad, and that's why it was so refreshing when I came to it now to watch it. So yeah, RID just ruined quite a few of my ruined my standards. I was excited for it, thought it was cool, like I don't know. I thought it was cool, but just didn't hit it for me. And then when I went to rewatch like the final ending with like Starscream, um, those episodes hadn't made it on Netflix, and I was like, I'm done with the series. I'm done watching. I saw the episode on YouTube. I wanted to watch it on Netflix, but just wasn't on there at the moment that I was looking at it. And I was like, you know what? This is probably a sign that I should be done. Combiner Wars. Don't have. I have some Combiner Wars toys, but I don't have one right here. Um, just a very not a fan of the art direction, not a fan of the voice acting, not a fan of the dialogue. The action is horrible. Everything about the Prime Wars trilogy is horrible, and if you've watched it, you probably agree with me. Power of the Primes. I do once again have. I think I have. Yes, I have Ripper Snapper. Power of the Primes. Ripper Snapper. Same thing, just the only thing about this is that it went a little bit cooler with the story direction, like different characters, different ideas. I don't know. The fact that Overlord's in it, that one, wait, no, that's Titan Return, I think. Um, I don't know. The fact that I think, dang it. Optimus Prime was voiced by Ron Pullman, I think that's how you say his name. That was pretty cool, but other than that, same thing as um, Combiner Wars. Transformers Kingdom. Dang it, I forgot. He's right here. trash toy, not a very good finale to the frankly good toy line of War for Cybertron. I am just not a very big fan of Kingdom. It's the worst out of the trilogy, in my personal opinion. They had to wrap up so much at the very end, and yet they still added in stuff that they wanted. They added in stuff that was pointless when they should have been wrapping up stuff that had already been established. Uh, really, the only thing good about it is the fact that Dinobot's in it, and they made him have a heroic sacrifice once again. That's really the only good thing about it. Like there's so much, and then they left it off on a cliffhanger. Basically, I was just not a fan of it. Siege. I have Omega Supreme. I'm not gonna get him down. I don't want to move the camera just so you can look at Omega Supreme. But um, Siege. I remember. I remember it coming out. I was a little uh um. It wasn't horrible, and it's not horrible. I still watch it, but there's a lot of dumb stuff that goes on, like the fact that Ultra Magnus is such a wimp. Not the greatest fan of the voice acting. Same thing with Kingdom, and obviously Earthrise. The whole Allspark thing, that was kind of dumb. Moonracer, her character was dumb. Literally showed up, died in the span of like a minute. Omega Supreme, the Titan class toy of the line, hardly showed up. That was kind of dumb. Just I liked the more gritty approach to it with like the more war torn aesthetic of Cybertron, but it was just pretty mediocre in my personal opinion. Uh, I completely forgot this. Um, Titan's Return is not above Siege, but basically the exact same thing. Reasons for the other two Prime Wars trilogy shows, just horrible voice acting, horrible dialogue. Fight scenes are trash. The fact that Emissary is separate from Fortress Maximus, I don't know, man. Uh, Either way, I might, this could be above Siege, this could be below Siege. I don't know. I don't know. Earthrise, Transformers Earthrise. I like the idea of the Quintessons, Double Dealer, all these more obscure characters like the Mercenaries, but of course, all the cool ideas like the flippin' like gulag that Megatron puts all his uh soldiers into, but I think they just dropped the ball. They had so many ideas, so many cool ideas. The Quintessons, all the mercenaries, so many like Z team uh characters that no one remembers or no one knows, and they just got rid of them. They didn't even use them. And the dead universe or whatever shouldn't have included that. Just too much to add in. The weird reasoning to put Skylinks into it. Uh, I don't know. Just it was introducing Galvatron. Him talking to Megatron, all that. I like the cool aspect of them finding Scorponok, like how he was enslaved or something. But overall, it was all over the place. Like they had a lot of ideas, but they just couldn't keep it together, and they couldn't just wrap them up. I liked the fact that they sacrificed Cog and gave him like a sort of like cool sacrifice at the end, but that was like the coolest thing, most notable thing that I could say. The Headmasters, man. Um, it's I watched the dub, which is horrible. Don't watch the dub. Watch the sub. The dub is awful. Um, it greatly decreased the value of the show. If you watch the sub, not the dub. Um, and it just was very bland. It was very boring. Just reminded me too much of G1 without the like kookiness, I thought. So it's essentially G1, and I just watched it, and the dub didn't help, but I just watched it, and I was like, this is kind of redundant at this point, redundant. I couldn't get into it. Just felt too much like G1. but worse somehow. I don't know. Transformers Cyber Missions. This is not any toy around Transformers Cyber Missions. It's like a Dark of the Moon Prime that is uh, very, very mangled. I did not. It was bought like this. My grandma got it many years ago at a garage sale or something. But Cyber Missions. It's between the first movie and like Revenge of the Fallen, I think. But it's a very, it's very, very it's very very bad, very very bad, but that's why it's so good. Is it so bad that it's funny? I The episodes are like 4 minutes long and there's like 13 of them. I suggest going and watching them on YouTube. Just Google, look up Transformers Cyber Missions. It will come up with them, with the episodes, and they're very very bad quality, but they're so funny that I have they're this that's why they're so high, and that's pure. I don't know. That's all I have to say is they're very bad, but they're funny. um I don't have a toy of them, but Rescue Bots Academy, it's a good show. I didn't watch the entire thing because I just knew it was gonna be like all those other Academy shows, younger kid Academy shows. I watched the first couple of episodes of it. Um, I It's a good show. Um, Good dialogue for what it's worth. Good animation. I do not like the redesigns of the original cast. From uh, flipping Rescue Bots. I don't like how they redesigned Heatwave, Boulder, Chase, Blades, and Optimus. And I bet Bumblebee. I think I saw Bumblebee. I can't remember, but I don't like how they redesigned them. But everything else was pretty good. Just it felt very much like the whole genre of the like Academy stories. So I didn't watch the entire thing. So yeah, we have, I think, 15 left to go, so that'll be another video from now. Another video from now or something, or whenever. It's gonna be here soon because I just want to get it done. But overall, got a lot done. Got, I think, 14 done. So yeah. Go out, watch them. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I most of these I won't particularly watch. But yeah, do whatever you want. So yeah, um, that's all I have. That's all I have to say. So till next time, see ya.